Welcome to the first unfiltered episode of Grit to Glow. So, one of the reasons why I decided to start this series and this release series, if you will, today that I wanted to share with you is inspired in the moment. So, I actually had a podcast pre-recorded for this week. And today, as I'm recording this, it's Tuesday the 10th. So, just one day before this podcast airs is when I'm recording this. And it's really just inspired by this season that I'm in. And when I first started this podcast, I want you all to know my whole mission was to never have this staged, unrealistic, super filtered space where it felt like, man, this is just so edited and tailored to XYZ. I really wanted this space to feel real and raw and authentic. And I think there's something to be said for a really wonderfully curated podcast. And all that to say, I'm finding myself in this season of tapping into what is real and what's happening right now in my life. And truthfully, the unfolding of this last couple of weeks has me in all the feels of just wanting to really share my heart and soul with you. And so going into this episode today, I want to preface with you knowing that if you're a mompreneur listening to this, I see you in your struggle, and I want you to know you're not alone in the chaos, in the craziness that is day-to-day life, in the wearing of all the hats of CEO, mom, wife, business owner, sister, friend. I mean, literally you name it, Santa. It's the time of the year where it can all feel really heavy. No matter how beautiful it is, you can find yourself in this season of holy Moses. It is just nonstop. And my husband and I looked at each other a couple nights ago and, it was does it ever slow down? And I'm it's December, so it doesn't slow down at all in December ever. But one of the things that is really something I know to be true is that even amidst all of the things that are happening, all of the craziness of day-to-day life, the holidays, all of the repeat tasks that you have to do in your business, all the tedious things that you have to complete, right? All of the housework, all of the laundry, the dishes, all the things that just keep seeming to pile up no matter how much time and energy you pour into them, and yet they're still there. No matter how many diapers you change, no matter how much you try for that nap and it just doesn't seem to happen today when you have a long to-do list, you are not alone in that struggle. And it's so easy to feel like, man, Susie Q has it all together. Man, Ashley has it all together. Oh, Naomi has it all. It is so easy, especially when you look at social media and this space that we're all tapped into pretty regularly, right? It is so easy to look around you and feel like everyone else but you has their crap together. It is. And one of the things that really dawned on me within the last month or so is how can I bring to life not just the sharing and inspiring, of course, that is a space I've lived in for some time now, regardless of what online business model I've run. I've really lived in the space of wanting to inspire women to go after their goals. But I really also am in this season of, okay, what are the exact systems and tools that I'm going to provide you to be able to make that actually tangible? To be able to make that actually happen for yourself and not have to feel how is this going to happen for me? Even if I have this great coach in my corner cheering me on, for so many of us, it's so easy to bring somebody on as a mentor and as a coach and as somebody to lean on who can support you with your ideas and cheer you on. And I have nothing to say to belittle the space of mentorship and coaching, because I would like to think of myself as a coach as well. And I often refer to myself as that. However, I really see this big shift happening going into 2025 in the industry of people caring less about this next level mentorship and caring more about the consulting and hands-on support. So what I mean by that is I currently have pivoted my business. And so before, I was doing a lot of social media marketing. I was, taking on handfuls of clients at a time. I think at my max, I had about 15 clients at once on my roster. And what I really realized in the social media space is that so many women who were bringing me on for support with social media marketing, I was doing all of that for them, but it really didn't matter if I was posting every day on social media, if it wasn't directing them to anywhere. And it could be directing them to somewhere, but even more so, if I'm directing them to a product or programs, but you have no systems set up, you have no automation set up in place to help support you in those people being exposed over and over again to your offers and services, those offers and services are going to fall to the wayside and not get the sales they deserve. They're not going to get the exposure and visibility they deserve, because when people are coming into your world, they lack the follow-up. And we are all human, especially as moms. And I want you to really listen to this. If you hear nothing else today, pause what you're doing, stop doing the laundry, stop, if you're driving, drive safely, but listen up, okay? If you hear nothing else from me today, I want you to hear this portion of the message, and it's this. You are only one person. You are allowed to be only one person. However, if you want to see the success that you are currently craving as a business owner while in the midst of motherhood, you cannot grow and continue to grow without a system, without systems and automations in place. It's just not possible. You will experience burnout. You will experience feelings of frustration and feeling like, man, I'm being pulled in all different directions. Why? Because you are. And you don't need to experience that, because in this day and age, we have so many tools that you can use to automate your processes in your business so that you don't have to figure out how you're going to send that message to the person that commented the keyword that you asked them to on your strategy, right? Or on your post on social media. It is so important. And there are a few different tools that I'm going to share with you today that are some of my favorites. The first one is ManyChat. If you want to automate, if you post on social media, I just posted a carousel today. Comment balance for insert what offer I'm sharing with them, right? And if you set up an automation in ManyChat, it doesn't take very long, and it will send them an automated message with the link to your offer to enroll. So even if, Wanda's up at 7 a.m. and you're sleeping because you were up till midnight breastfeeding, or if Wanda decides to wake up because she's breastfeeding at 2 a.m. and you're sleeping and you're not going to get around until tomorrow morning to send her an email reply back or a message back when she comments on your post, then that does the legwork for you. Those systems do the legwork for you so that you can actually make money while you're sleeping instead of just living in this fantasy world of that would be nice. No, let's put it into place. And ManyChat is magical, you guys. There's even a free version of it. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, you need to have a schedule, okay? As a mompreneur, what are you doing if you don't have some general idea of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, at least 5 days a week, okay? You're a business owner, and so I'm calling you to step into your CEO shoes for just a minute here. You can absolutely have it all. You can absolutely embody the mom and the wife and the business owner that you want to be all at the same time. However, if you want to do it successfully without being pulled in 27 different directions at all times and feeling frazzled, you need to have a schedule and a system set up for yourself on how you're going to accomplish it all. It takes intention. So, how do you become intentional? Calendars and coffee, you guys. This is the way. This is the new way for mompreneurs of doing it. Inside of my brand new Busy Mama Society community, we have a monthly 2-hour coffee and calendars call. What is calendars and coffee? This is a 2-hour working session where we come. You get 20 to 30 minutes of time management and mastery or scheduling support and training every single month, followed by an additional hour and a half of us taking the intentional time to plan out your next month to come. Why is this so important? One, having a recurring event like this will help you to commit to this. Commit to one thing for next month. And if it's this and nothing else, commit to scheduling out with intention in your life. Because when you schedule each thing into your life, I promise you, it's going to feel so good. And you'll notice you'll start to schedule in the things that you are missing the most, like self-care or like getting that haircut you haven't gotten in 8 months that you're long overdue for because you deserve it, mom. You will start scheduling in your workouts again or meal prepping like you want to so that you have more energy to do all the other stuff, right? All of these things are waiting for you. The one simple solution is to calendar. And if you need somebody in your corner who's saying like, show up for this, let that be me, okay? Calendars and coffee is recurring. It is every single month, the last Wednesday of the month. And this is an event where you get to come as a member of the Busy Mama Society. Bring your coffee, bring your calendar, bring your planner. Let's map it all out. You will have Q&A support during the session so that as you have questions and need tips on how to map out your weeks, I'm there. I'm there to help you. And so is my team. Okay. I absolutely love being able to provide this kind of support with women because as a mom myself, my girls are 6 and 3. And as a mom myself, I have seen firsthand in my business how amazing it is when I schedule with intention and how not so amazing it is when I don't, okay? And so I know that this is the foundation. It sets the tone for my entire week. If I don't do this, I feel it, let me tell you, okay? This is so critical. And you will start to feel more of the energy that, like, if you're in this moment and you run an online business and you're feeling like, man, I feel like I never have time for that content I want to post. I have a lot to say. I just don't know when I'm going to say it. And you find yourself scrambling to post something just to post because you know you should, but then it's not landing. And then what's happening, you guys? When it's not landing with your clients because your messaging isn't tuned in to who you actually want to be and who you actually are capable of being because you're throwing something together at the last minute instead of being intentional, it's not landing, and then you're not getting the sales anyways. So what's the point? By creating the intention, by carving out the time to create that support for yourself, to create the schedule for yourself, you are going to see a night and day difference in how you show up in your life. And if I might add, one mom hack for you. As a mom, it is so fun because my daughters actually have their own calendar, and so we calendar together on a daily basis. We go to their daily calendar, we talk about the date, what day of the week it is, what's the weather like, any activities we have coming up, and what's mom doing today. Why? Because I want them included. They're a part of my mission and vision and values, right? They are a part of my why I show up in my business so that I can have the capacity to do more with them, right? To not miss the moments that I was missing when I was working full time, okay? And by including them and casting the vision for them of why I have to spend certain days or times when they are home with me doing the work, they see the value in that. Well, mom has to work today. That's a bummer. That was something that my 6-year-old said to me. And I felt really guilty at first. And then I thought, you know what? It's good for her to see me showing up for my goals and dreams. I don't work all the time. So why am I being so hard on myself? Why you? Why are you being so hard on yourself, mama? Why? Is it because you actually feel guilty? Or is it because you haven't taken the intentional time to game plan with your family and cast the vision for them and include them in on it with you, and to sit down and say, if mom does this, this is what we're going to do. Like, let's set some goals. Let's make it fun. Let's bring ourselves back to why we're doing this, and remember that you don't just get to cast the vision for them in what you're doing in your business. You get to get them bought into it. You get to share with them your dreams and your goals, and share with them it's because you want to be able to afford that trip to Disneyland. You want to be able to afford to take them on summer vacations to the beach, right? You want to be able to clock out of work for an hour to go have lunch with your daughter on her birthday at her school without having to ask anybody's permission. So get them bought into that. Like, these are the things we're doing to celebrate this month, right? This is everything. And so I want you to remember that by creating intention in your life and in your business, you're going to be more excited to show up for yourself. You're going to be more eager to complete the tasks. And your family is going to get bought into this incredible, beautiful, wonderful vision that you have painted for yourself. Paint it for them too. You get to be the artist of your life, and your life is right in front of you, right? That, my friends, should be reason enough for you to get out today and do something, yeah? Okay, so what's next for you? Well, I'm going to come back next week, you guys, and talk to you a little bit more about showing up, okay? And really next week, this topic, this series is going to be a 3-part series, and I want to talk to you next week about showing up for yourself and what that looks like, and how you can take this idea of failure to show up for yourself, and I don't have this, or I don't, like, let's shake it, okay? And let's refocus and remember you are in control. And so next week we're going to talk about reclaiming your control of yourself and your self-care. So until then, if you have any questions at all about how to join the Busy Mama Society and get intentional with your planning and your schedule as a mompreneur, I'm here for you. You can come give me a follow at Naomi Birm, NaomiBirm, on Instagram. DM me a message, Society, and let me know you're interested. There are a couple different tiers. We have VIP support. We have our exclusive membership, okay? And you are welcome into this community. We want you here. It takes a village to raise babies and a business, and we are the village. And I'm so excited to welcome you in with open arms to support you in your vision and your journey in your life and in motherhood. Until next week, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Grit to Glow. Keep glowing, and I will see you next Wednesday.